closer.
Are you more than 30? You're below 30.
Ranging.
Ranging. What's ranging 30?
Between. Up and down. So,
You're late 20s. You're not drunk, are you?
I'm not drunk.
Okay, so why Ghana Drunkards Association? Chairman.
The word in our context, it's not just about boozing off.
What's your motto? You have a motto. What is it?
Booze we, booze all. So the word we are using here is not just about boozing off as it is in English, but in our context it has to do with anyone who takes a beverage product made in Ghana.
An alcoholic beverage.
Any beverage product made in Ghana, it being alcoholic or non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic can get you drunk.
That's what we are saying under our context, not being drunk in English, but under our context.
So why didn't you look for an appropriate English word?
It's an appropriate word for us.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. So once you drink, you are a drunkard. And if you drink anything...
Nasa. When you say once you drink, you are a drunkard, you are misleading people that are educated people.
I'm saying under our context. I'm saying under our context.
Who defines your context?
We do.
You define your context, and according to your context, anyone who drinks is a drunkard. That is a very ignoramus stand, isn't it?
You have to complete listening to our context before you can judge the issue.
I'm not judging, I'm questioning.
Okay, so let's... So that is anyone who drinks under our context is a drunkard. And when you know that you have taken something over a period of time in this country, produced in this country, and it has brought any adverse effects on you, it being...
What adverse effects have you had?
It being liver, it being kidney, it being diabetes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can call on us, and then other issues that they...
Call on you to do what?
We are going to help you solve that issue out. We have pastors, we have counselors, and then other people. If you think that the thing you are taking is affecting your psychology, maybe you want to stop it but you can't stop, you can come to us. We have professionals who help you go out. Or maybe you are taking it for a particular reason that you don't want to do that anymore and you can't, yet still you can come to us. Or you've taken the product and then after a period of time you get to realize that maybe the sugar levels, maybe this and that has brought something to you, you can still come. We know how to help you out.
So how often do you get people coming to you for help?
Yeah, we are having phone calls coming in here and there, but there's this stigmatization thing coming in that everyone thinks that he's a Christian or a Muslim. So no one really wants to still stick out his or her head. So they just call in and then they want to come up, but they are still pulling back. And this is why the executive members are coming out.
Okay. Let me come to you, Moses. When did you join this group?
Yeah, this group, it was last year, May.
You formed it in May last year?
May last year that I decided to form this group. And as we're speaking now, we have about 2,556 members.
From where?
From Ghana.
Across the country?
Across the country. And still counting. But this time around, we are looking at making every Ghanaian a member. Because once you drink, you see, I don't want people to misunderstand the whole issue. Because what's the training for? Drink.
I'm here asking you questions. You don't ask me questions.
Drink is called ensa soda. Do you know that? That's the right meaning for the word drink. Ensa soda. It doesn't finish. So you definitely get drunk.
You get drunk.
You not get drunk by all means you drink. When you go for parties, you go to weddings, you go for blah 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 blah. You see people drinking.
Okay, I understand the tangent you're on, that people take in soda and they come up with all forms of illnesses.
Yes.
You can still take alcohol and you can still end up with certain illnesses. Yeah. But if you go for a name such as Ghana Drunkards Association, then you can understand why you'd be stigmatized, because you cannot change the meaning of drunkard. So it's understandable. I think that is what you should understand from the word go, that you cannot change what drunkard stands for. It is not in your purview to change what the dictionary says about what a drunkard is or who a drunkard is. But to come to my substantive question, he said that if you have any problems and the group is called on, you offer assistance. So what form of assistance have you received from the group?
Me?
Yes.
As a founder and a patron.
I asked you a simple question.
Taking some particular brands, most of these stamp and sell expired products to consumers. So without realizing the harm or the risks involved, so we help them in such cases. You see. So.
Okay, and so you are calling on government to ban certain companies from producing alcoholic beverages. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us more about it.
Yeah. What we are realizing that almost more. I don't know, but the companies in Ghana, no one actually has a maturity date on his or her product.
Is it all of them?
All
of them.
Yes.
You've done a research.
Yes. Except you give me a company in Ghana that has a maturity date on its product.
I don't know. You are talking about it. So I'm asking you.
So we are saying, let the company come out and say that this is my product and there's a maturity date on it. Maybe I've matured my produce for maybe about 1 year or 2 years. That's cool. But then we are realizing that they just mix the thing and then the produce comes to the market. And they say wine is good, matured or without sitting down for
Who defines the maturity stage of any drink? What expertise do you have in alcohol production to define what the maturity date is for instance, this product, if it's an alcoholic beverage? What expertise do you have in that field?
Now, you see something like the gin bitters, for instance.
Okay.
When you put the herbs into the ethanol, okay, it extracts the sap from the herbs that they use. Now after that, it must sit down for a period of time for them to break down.
For how long?
It can sit more than 6 or 7 months.
And you don't think they do that?
They don't.
Except someone comes out and tell me that mine goes beyond.
No, but how do you know?
Are they not marketing their products?
No, I'm asking you. They are marketing their products. But how do you know that these drinks, these bitters do not reach their maturity stage?
In marketing, it's a plus
for
the companies to write on their labels that it's been matured for 5 months.
So you think it's a marketing gimmick? You think it's a gimmick?
Yeah.
But I'm asking you a question. Have you done any investigation that is contrary to what they say? For instance, they tell us that this has a maturity date of 5 months, but you have done some investigation to notice that it actually stayed on their shelves or in their storerooms for only a week.
We've been to radio and we are talking.
No.
And
you're not answering my question.
I'm coming to your question.
Okay,
I'm saying that we've come out to challenge them.
So you're challenging them in a vacuum then, because you don't have a basis of challenging them.
So they should come out and say our products have matured. That's all.
Are you listening to yourself?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
They should just come out and say our products have matured for 6 months.
No, wait. I mean, maybe you can come in here, Moses. If you say, right, that what they are doing is marketing, is a marketing gimmick, I can understand, because most of the time advertisers say all sort of things just to get us to buy things. But if, for instance, I am going to doubt, right, the efficiency of this sheet of paper, if I'm told that this sheet of paper I can keep on my table or in my library for 3 years, I have no reason to doubt it, unless, of course, I have realized that indeed what will make the paper last for 3 years has not been added to its production, then I would have a reason to complain. But in this case, it doesn't look like you have any information. You are speculating.
We are not speculating.
Okay, so tell me what investigation you have done.
You see, myself, I've been to most of these alcohol.
You have?
Yes.
Which ones?
I don't want to mention it.
Okay, where? In Accra?
In Accra here and outside Accra. I went to Suhum, went to Ho and other places.
You traveled?
Yeah, I traveled.
Good.
So the association, you see, why I said we have more members in this country.
Over 2,000.
Over 2,000. You see, I was at Hohoi. I stayed there for almost a month just to do my own research. I later went to Saboba district in the northern region. You see, just to see how people react to alcohol.
I see.
You see, and then later I traveled to the villages. I went to Sisala, East Neblo, and then later came to Ejiso Bisiase, and then from there to Accra.
The repercussions are dire, aren't they?
Yes.
They're terrible.
And they are terrible. You see. So it was there I said that no.
You form this association.
I have to form this association.
Okay.
But let me check.
So are you then suggesting that if these alcoholic beverages were reaching their maturity stage, the attendant health problems it brings to consumers would have been minimized or would have been totally not there? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. But you see, here in Ghana, we don't look at the long-term effect of product on consumers. We rather look at the short-term effect of beverages on consumers.
Give me an example.
You see, why we are most concerned about this maturity date is that, you see, we have instances where these alcohol beverages just mix all sort of concoction and then come out and advertise their product. If you don't drink this particular brand, you can't eat. If you don't drink this particular brand, you can't have sex. If you don't drink this particular, you see, they are like deceiving the general public and consumers. And no, the youth. You see, when you go to bars, today Friday like this, you go to most bars and you see people taking most of these drinks a lot without even thinking about the effect it's going to have on them.
So that is what you're seeking to do,
so this is
educate
what we are
the youth especially.
So we have to educate not only the youth, the oldies. Not only the youth, the old men.
And
anyone that drinks.
Okay.
Do you drink?
I drink water.
Do you drink?
I drink water.
I didn't ask you whether you drink water or you drink wine. You drink.
Yes, I do.
So
I drink water.
You are a member.
I'm not a member. Don't even associate me with such a weird name and a group. Listen, I kind of understand what you're hoping to do, what you're trying to do.
We are health-seeking organizations.
No, if you want to help people, right? If you want to help people who have all sorts of problems, and I like what your colleague said, that if you have call on us. I think it's a beautiful initiative if you're going out to educate the youth. But you should know that your name is just a non-starter, and I'm sure you've had this over and over again. So what happens if these alcoholic beverage companies do not come out to tell you what the maturity dates of their drinks are, which I doubt they will, because you don't have any basis, do you?
No, we are coming.
Okay.
You see, the reason why we don't want to come out with names and say certain things is that
you're afraid of lawsuits.
No, not that. What we are doing is that we are not bringing an instance where a company will have to do this or do that, mentioning names. You see, Ghana is a place that once someone's name is mentioned, there's a problem. And this company.
But if the person is doing something bad,
they are not doing that bad.
So what are they doing?
But we can improve.
Improve on what?
On our standards of production. You see, once you have the Food and Drugs Board
Food and Drugs Authority.
You are okay to produce.
So are you then doubting the work the Standards Authority and the Food and Drugs Authority?
You are going to die. You are not going to die. So the products, the items can also come out.
All right. Thank you very much for your time here this morning, Moses N. Unya. What's the N in your name? Nana. Injina. Oh, nice name. Are you a Ghanaian?
I'm a Ghanaian.
Oh, nice name. I like the name. Moses Unya, and then Kwesi Entry, who's the chairman of the Ghana Drunkards Association. We're taking a short break. You have something to say?
Yes, we have something to say.
Okay, quickly.
You see, we are currently, we want to organize a free health screening exercise for anyone that drinks, be it alcohol or non-alcohol.
Wonderful.
When? We'll let it, when we are ready,
you communicate
we'll communicate it.
Fantastic.